A very good morning to all my students and welcome back again. So yesterday we have discussed about mechanism of breathing, and we have also discussed one activity that the exhaled air contains carbon dioxide. How can we prove that the exhaled air contains carbon dioxide? So yesterday we have already discussed these two topics. So today I will discuss a new topic, that is respiration in other organisms. In our body, in human beings, what happens? We respire through lungs. But there are some organisms who do not have lungs. So how will the organisms breathe without lungs? So we will discuss that topic. So you can see in the picture that these organisms, fish, frog, butterfly, housefly, they do not have lungs. They have got some special organ for breathing. Although adult frog have lungs, they breathe through lungs, but they can also breathe through their skin also, moist skin also. So first we will discuss the mechanism of breathing in fishes. So how fishes breathe? Fishes breathe through gills. Since fishes live in water, it cannot take the atmospheric oxygen directly from the air. They take oxygen which is dissolved in water. They possess special structure called gills for breathing. You can see in the picture. Gills are red colored because they receive a good supply of blood. That is why the color is red. Gills are made up of many thin filaments which are called as gill filaments, which are also richly supplied with blood. The gills help in taking oxygen from the water. At the same time, carbon dioxide present in the blood passes out into the water. So this is the mechanism of breathing in fishes. Now, how do insects breathe? Insects are the only animals or organisms that breathe through tubes. So cockroach is one common example of an insect whose body is divided into three parts: head, thorax and abdomen. Now, what happens? How do insects breathe? They basically breathe through what? Through tubes. Insects have small openings on the sides of their body which are called spiracles. You can see in the picture also. These spiracles lead into a network of branching tubes called trachea. So this is a diagram of spiracles and trachea. These trachea divide and redivide and pass into each and every tissue of the body. Next, insects breathe in oxygen or air through spiracles, through small openings called spiracles. Next, what happens? Due to contraction of their body muscles, air is pumped into the tubes and carried to each and every part of the cell. You can see in the picture also. Tissues take oxygen from the tube and give out carbon dioxide. Now, the air containing carbon dioxide is pumped out through the spiracle with the help of contraction of body muscles. So what happens in this case? Through the spiracle, oxygen enters into the tracheal tube and carbon dioxide leaves the tracheal tube and moves out of the body through the spiracles. तो दोनों का ही एंट्री पॉइंट और एग्जिट पॉइंट क्या है? स्पाइरेकल्स. स्पाइरेकल से क्या हो रहा है? ऑक्सीजन एंटर कर रहा है और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड भी जो एग्जिट कर रहा है वो भी कहाँ से हो रहा है? थ्रू द स्पाइरेकल्स. So here is a schematic diagram how insects breathe through their tubes. Next, there are some other animals that do not have special body parts for breathing. Instead, they breathe through their skin. Most common example is earthworm. I think you must have heard of this term earthworm. इसको हिंदी में I think केचुआ कहा जाता है. So how do earthworms breathe? Earthworms basically they absorb oxygen and release carbon dioxide directly through their thin and moist skin. So their respiratory organ is basically the skin through which gaseous exchange takes place. So this is the end of today's video lecture. I think we have only one topic left from this chapter, that is how do plants respire, mechanism of breathing in plants, or how do plants respire. We will discuss this topic in my next video lecture.